I remember that.
Hey guys, welcome to another My Hero Academia Manga Chapter stream. We've been on hiatus for a little bit. I think, technically speaking, about 3 weeks. But we're back. We haven't gone anywhere. I was being a bum and I didn't do the coverage for the second to most recent chapter that's been released. So just to let y'all know, we're covering Chapter 339 as well as the one that just got released today, which is 340. I'm here with Mark. And Mark, there is something that we do before we cover any new manga chapter. And what would that be?
Recap episode!
Yes, we're gonna do the we're gonna do some coverage on the previous chapter that we last did coverage on, which was 338. And definitely needed the recap for this one. This is kind of taking a look at Aoyama and Deku on the front page there, in which we were just in the middle of just the whole Aoyama family getting apprehended, trying to figure out exactly what we need to do. Obviously, of course, chief of police, literally just the whole police force have to put these guys on lockdown because we have no idea how dangerous they can actually be, just subconsciously. And so they end up having a plan, right? And Aizawa was actually the one who kind of let everyone in on the know. As far as I know from last time I read, we never got any idea of what that was going to be. So for me, I'm just assuming that's going to be happening later on when it's just really important, especially when confronting All For One. But honestly, everyone's feelings are getting put through. Aoyama's feeling the whole brunt force of everyone's emotions. They all come up with this idea. Unfortunately, the Aoyama family don't know anything about this, most likely because they don't want the information to possibly be tapped through. So all we're left with is just them being taken away, as Deku cries out to Aoyama one last time as he just looks back and he's taken away. We cut later to just everyone back at the dorms, just kind of just mingling along, and in just that one big panel, you see the intensity that everyone has, like almost a feeling of pure spite towards All For One. It almost feels like. And we then transition over to Deku and Ida going over to a development studio to touch up on their costumes. Then in comes the comedic moment where exactly shot per shot, it's when the explosion happens right in front of Deku's face as he enters in, and he just wounds up.
No facial change whatsoever.
No facial change whatsoever. Oh my god. The last 3 panels. Hey there, it's been forever, Midoriya. Face absolutely planted with
Kitties.
He just look Deku
He's just sitting there, he's like, huh? He's like, and then Izuku's just
not even flinching. This man's no simp.
not anymore.
I was just a young boy, but now I'm a young boy with a mission. So that's pretty much it for the recap for 338. So we will go ahead and move forward to chapter 339, which we have a full shot of. Oh shit! Why am I blanking on her name? Mark.
Fuck. Why am I blinking on her name?
I think it starts with an H. I might have to.
It does.
Okay, cool. I will just do a quick character wiki, see if I get.
It's hit something. It's not Hitsumi. It's or something similar to that.
Yeah, let me check real quick. There's class 1B. Hatsume.
Hatsume.
Mei Hatsume. But yeah, it's a full page spread of her. Probably let me just hop back to that tab right there. Just look what's a bunch of gear. And you know, I gotta give credit to this one because like they put so much detail on just like her outfit and just the equipment that she just has on.
And she's still so cute.
And she's not planting Midoriya with her chest. Not yet. No, this is like literally like a second like before.
Her eyes are always cool.
Yeah, they are. So we'll go ahead and jump into the first page with all the panels. Hatsume just begins. How's it hanging? And what can I do for you two? what's Deku doing? He just like looking at him, looking at her. My danger sense didn't activate. I was caught off guard. Caught unawares by the bosom. Hatsume!
Caught aware by the bosom. Hatsume!
We have to come to you today to request costume repairs. Oh? Why not put in a request to the item agency like usual? Ida begins. The agencies are, well, they've been disruption to the typical exchange of goods and services these days. We now need to rely on the support course. I'll go ahead and continue this one. You don't say? Well, that makes sense. Deku's like, Deku's like, wait, don't tell me. Is she clueless about the state of the world? that panel says it all. She literally is in her own world.
Of pure chaos.
Pure chaos condensed into one like individual.
She's like, what's going on up there? I don't know what's going on out there.
Coming from the smoke is power loader. Hatsume, I swear. What's with you and these explosions?
What's with you and explosions?
Oh, costume repairs. Right. Come right in. All right.
Door.
Well, yeah.
There's explosion marks all over it.
That's funny. That's a nice touch of detail. But yeah, go ahead, Mark.
Oh, before I do, can we just point out, look how far that explosion went.
Oh yeah, there's a huge panel just showing the support class like a good like shot from a corner of the room as we
like,
just
all
see
the way at the bottom left panel, all the way to the top right. I'm like, holy shit.
And it's funny that you just see like a bunch of people like in the corner and they're just continuing on business as usual.
Dude, that was a powerful explosion.
It was. They were okay though.
We see them talking here. We have Ida. Things are a bit different here. Power loader, I'm in charge of R&D for the UA barrier. Maintenance too, once each part is up and running.
Mm-hmm. Oh, actually, give me 1 second, Mark. I realized I was missing something about like this stream, and that I literally did not update titles or anything. So I'm going to go ahead and change it here. Manga chapter read chapter 339 and 340, and change the dates here. Change the category to One Justice.
Yeah.
One Justice 2.
One Justice 2.
And then,
can I say how much I love the team up mission with her and Melissa? It was so great.
Yeah, I like just like the callback to that. All right. I just realized that we needed to change that title real quick. Okay, I think everyone's good. We should have the title updated. So, all right.
All right.
Continue.
As we see her looking at Deku's fucking destroyed gauntlets, mid gauntlets, the latest in compression tech. These were prototypes from overseas, so I can't restock. Think you could fix them for me? As he asks her, and she says, "Is this a rush job?" You bet it is. As Izuku just looks so serious. And her, no can do. Sorry. You see the glasses and the freckles to represent both of them. They're like, "Huh?"
That's great. Okay. So I will go off with this one. Hatsume continues. Oh, with that level of damage, I need to remake them basically from scratch, and we lack the contendum for the compression mechanism. Contendum? Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, I see it. Contendum for the compression mechanism. So no can do. Deku's thinking, walking away at the speed of nope.
Correct.
Ida's over here. Hatsume, what about my armor? Oh, without the spec docs? No, can do. How frank. Some other people in the same department. Don't sweat it. We can make what you need. We're in Hatsume's class. Oh, thank you. We're in your depth. How curious, though. As we just see a shot of like Hatsume going back to work. Hatsume takes the tinkering like fish to water, so I assume she would offer aid. Deku just kind of like peers in. What are you working on? The evac shelter blocks? They're blasting off. Cool.
They blast you right off the page.
Yeah, it's funny. I enlisted Hatsume in this power loader. I enlisted Hatsume to help improve our defenses. She's been busy concocting new mechanism in case of the mass evacuation. Like I alluded to before, her zeal and inventive mind put her in a league of her own. As Deku just kind of gets like a flashback of just like how she's just been working throughout the course of all of her appearances. And here she goes off. Even in a perfect A+ idea could drop. Excuse me. Even a perfect A+ idea could drop to an A- in a flash. When I think of a new baby, I gotta raise it. I gotta raise it right.
Yeah, she thinks of all of them as her children.
That's some wisdom from me. Hatsume's words of wisdom.
Right? Back
And she's like, she's like,
she's like, I get it. No wonder you're paying no mind to the outside world. You're laser focused on your beloved inventions. You're pretty amazing, Hatsume. Don't be dense, Midoriya. As dense as high density polyethylene. Polyethylene.
Yeah.
Excuse me? I don't get it. Of course, I'm aware of the nasty predicament you heroes are facing out there. We may not be fighters, but just like how you guys are trying every trick in the book to protect as many people as possible, we're, as we see more power loader in the support class, tackling it in our own way. Inventing stuff is how the support course does heroics, as we see her just looking adorable.
Which is one wrench to cheek.
She's so pretty.
Those eyes are so crazy.
I like that they look like crosshairs.
Yeah. You'd think that she'd be like someone like Snipe or even like Lee Nagat. But she's focused in her own way.
Zoom.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Yes, I've been wanting you to see this.
Let me see if I can try to get the sounds right here. Wow, Hatsume. It's like what it seems like a little glove like sent like square to like Midoriya's face. I couldn't replicate them exactly.
Look at his
Gauntlets fall to his hands. You see his whole face just sucked in.
Looking like an anus.
My babies might not be the latest and greatest, but please put them to work for you. As we just see,
I've been wanting you to see so much.
As we see like an upgrade. So not only do we have like the gauntlets with the added air force, but they also have compressions at the ends of them.
Yeah, they're like gloves with the also have sleeves now built into them.
Nice. The gloves now have sleeves.
It's almost a full suit.
Gloves included? Neat. It's his face is still sucked in. Did your left hand just whip these up? Thanks so much, Ida. and this is no perfect replica of your armor, Ida, but enjoy. My God, it's kind of like, hooray! Thank you kindly. We have like a little small panel of like her other classmates. We were just about to take their measurements. Please give your hero course pals a message. And she's still looking at her work. Let's win this. And we have a panel of both sucked faces, just like
Thumbnail.
Okay, I love Ida's specifically because the glasses are in there. Fully intact, but absolutely bent.
I fucking love it. I've seen this face before in other works, whether they be from America or Japan, and I always just think it's one of the funniest fucking things when someone's face gets like dented like that and it just pops back out.
All right, we transitioned to them like walking back to Class 1A. That didn't take long, you two. Good thing we were all prepped and ready. As you see, they all like got their armor on, their sleeves.
Still, the faces are still like.
Ida, just in time, dude. Thank goodness. Hey yo, your faces ain't supposed to stick that way, right?
Face ain't supposed to stick that way, yeah.
Oh my god. And then oh yeah, Mount Lady brings up like I've heard about what Class A's been through, but sadly we can't really afford to waste a single day at this point.
All right, I'll pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Still with Mount Lady. Still gotta remember she's got that scar now.
Yeah.
Our best case scenario is still finding and mopping up the Liberation Front and the League of Villains as soon as possible. That would solve this whole mess. So we're not abandoning the original plan altogether. Standing around all dazed and confused is just playing into our enemy's hands. Aoyama, as we see Ashido and Koda.
Mm-hmm.
Think he'll take that hand we offered. I see Isku. His face pops back out. That Aoyama will come back to us. Bakugo, assuming he ain't whammed by some kind of curse. Then we see Todoroki. I think it'll be fine, because he has always had his sights set on the man he wants to be more than any of us.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Okay, people, let's move. Midoriya is at the center of this operation. Class 1A of UA's Hero Course. Search Squad, assemble. Meanwhile, in the Kansai region...
Okay, here we go.
He's alive!
My god.
Alive!
Okay, so let's see what we're working with here. Finally got Sunny here. We finally see him. He's okay. It's a little bit raggedy, but he's fine.
Sun Eater and Fat Gum are both okay.
Mm-hmm. And then shoot, why am I blanking on her name too?
Nejire?
Thank you. Nejire Hato, but yes. She's looks like she's kind of healed from what I see, but she's got short hair now, probably because singed. Anyway, anyone
Thanks
hurt?
a lot, Dobby. You ruined her hair day.
Anyone hurt Sun Eater?
Nuh-uh. Nejire.
Who's saying this? Thank y'all so much. Hard to believe those dang villains started tossing their weight around out there in the boonies. Well, you folks can rest easy now. You're all Fat Gum. We'll get you all over to Shigetsu High. A real sturdy fortress, solid as UA even. Oh, I was gonna say, who is this?
Going on Sun Eater's cape.
Oh yeah, okay, I see it.
Or his hood.
Yeah. The person just said, "I thank you, young man. Can you at least show your face?" No, thank you. But fewer people it does mean much less intel, so we're in a tight spot. You know what this means? As we get a full shot of like UA again. Gone are the days of slinging sneak attacks and raids at each other. Now it's the opposite. Both sides are pulling out all the stops.
World War II.
Pretty much. Gearing up for a true blue all-out war on every front.
Before it was just this front, now it's going to be every front.
And I actually don't know what this official building is. We'll just call it the official building as we cut to All Might and Hawks.
I'm pretty sure that's just UA in general, because that was the main building, but they've had to add a lot more around it since they built the fortress.
Fair enough. All right, but All Might says so about our plan B. Let's review the key info about the other battle that could decide it all. I think I know what they're talking about, but we'll find out in the next chapter.
Right now.
Right now. Don't touch that dial.
Don't touch that dial, kids.
as we are now moving along to chapter 340. Oh yeah, what was the previous well, the title for the previous chapter? I don't think they
don't touch that dial, folks, because we're about to get into it right now. In the previous chapter, what was the previous chapter name? Let's find out.
Yeah, quick second. Oh yeah, so 339 was just how we all became heroes, part 2. Got you. Oh, let me just hop over to 340. All right, we're here, and actually, it's the Central Hospital to collaborate in secret with this key facility. Several police stations have moved their base operations nearby. We have something right here. League of Villains / proposal, paranormal. Thank you. Paranormal Liberation Front. Counterforce HQ. Anyway, All Might starts. We're waiting out Aoyama's exam results. We have Hawks starting up. The business with Aoyama means that we'll be forced to take decisive action like all at once. We have a bunch of official. Well, actually, it's just really all of the police force like geared up right now.
There's Salsa.
Yeah. I'm wondering, like, there's like a bit of like lines drawn like behind him too.
Sansa. I think his name is Sansa. Salsa is from Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I think it is Sansa. We've deemed that each of you here are trustworthy based on the certain factors regarding your situation and actions. So we are ready to move ahead with this conversation. Endeavor, Genus, and the other big heroes are in command out on the field at the moment. And since this classified meeting had to be thrown together in a hurry, we're keeping our circle nice and small. Safety first and all. We have Ragdoll. She's still working just like the office desk.
Here's some big ass hands.
I mean, yeah. I guess that was part of the prerequisites for being part of the Pussycats.
Big hands.
Just big hands.
I always thought they were gloves.
Honestly, me too. Turns out.
Not always.
Take every precaution, she says.
Precaution.
Oh, pre-cat. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't even like catch that. I already just assumed at that point. And when she gets her like little quick introduction panel, but still, come on. I wish Ryuko and the gang would be here. Meow.
Meow.
Hawks with a little like text bottle. Sorry about that. It's not like we doubt their loyalty or anything. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
Like Hawks is just kind of like really just entertaining this at face value.
Like, he's so good at communicating with people. He just knows how to handle it. She's like, yeah.
And when she continues, they're out there using my search quirk for evil. Meow. So I'm here to help however I can. Let's hear the key points of this plan as we have like all my what are you doing?
You're about to do a John Madden.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Then you go this way, then you're gonna go that way. Fucking like a play.
Oh my god. All right. Go ahead, Mark.
Right, we move on to the next page. All Might is getting ready to give us his big plan. Let's find out what this big plan is.
Are those magnets?
As we go to the next, I think they are. And as we go to the next page where he explains, it says, here we are. Whether we're talking about plan A or plan B, what we have to do no matter what is, as he draws the line between these two magnets. One looks like
all for one, and the other one's all for Shiggy.
Yeah, because one's just a circle with a hand over it. The other one actually has a face which looks like all for one.
Yeah.
As he slashes in between them, split them up.
Love how they animated this.
Based on the data recorded during Star and Stripes battle, Tomura Shigaraki is now far more powerful than even All for One. Confirmed. And everyone who witnessed the fight in Kamino has a decent idea of All for One's strength. As we see Swolnaya. Also, they have that mind meld they exploited when attacking Tartarus. This goes beyond just the communication via radio waves, but it's not clear to what extent they actually share thoughts with each other. As we see a bunch of flashbacks.
Yeah.
And we go back to here. We see All Might again. He said, should they attack together, we have no hope of victory. And the Swollen Eye asked, then why didn't they double team Star? She could have spoken his name all for one, meaning New Order's rules would have worked on him, I think. To win this war, we need to get those two at least 10 kilometers apart. That's the bare minimum requirement. We see Tsukachi. Of course, they'll do everything they can to make sure that won't happen. That's right, Tsukachi.
He's moving those magnets around. All right.
Moving them around. Oh, that's a very threatening looking magnet.
Damn, that's a very specific looking magnet. I wonder who it looks like. Anyway, he continues. That far-spreading, all-consuming fire and the terror it instills, it's a threat we became aware of through the attack of the kids' training camp. Yes, we'll be stonewalled as long as Dabi joins their vanguard. I like how he draws the fires too on the board.
Yep.
Ragdoll. So splitting up All for One and Shigaraki means getting Dabi out of the way too? Not just Dabi, says Sansa. Oh my, exactly. All of them. Keep slapping the hell out of this board. Every one of the enemy's like major operatives. We must divide and conquer one by one.
And to that board like a fat ass.
Oh my god. The speed line's on the hand. To that end, we have to lure each of these villains to their defeat. Oh, is that all? That's pretty optimistic thinking. Easier said than done. All Might. Fair enough. Which is why we need a strategy to make that happen. You mean Aoyama, says Tsukachi. The boy's still in turmoil. Born quirkless, his life was exploited as a resource. Tsukachi again. I sympathize, but we're weighing our own feelings against the fate of the world. And the fact remains is that he turned his back on a decent society. Based on my position, I have no choice but to proceed with caution.
And All Might still continues.
Okay.
I choose to have faith in young Aoyama.
Nice.
I want to trust him, but I do trust his teacher, Shota Aizawa. As we see Metal Gear Aizawa.
Oh my god. Whoa. We could love the Yoshi Doctor.
Right, and as we see him in front, start talking to Aoyama through the glass, and we see the Club Penguin Doctor. After a full exam, we found no irregularities. Brainwaves were normal too. So, Lady Nagant's fate was courtesy of something All for One obtained after his grand defeat by All Might. In retrospect, if he'd really planned on an explosive ability, planted an explosive ability in the boy that would trigger in the event of betrayal, then why murder that other peon as a lesson? Why threaten the family with death for lying to him? Why leave anything to the imagination? The only thing All for One planted was a seed of fear inside the boy and his parents. As you see Aoyama just sitting there thinking. Back, and we see Aizawa. Are you scared? Jolt. Aoyama is just sitting there thinking. You won't. And we see Aizawa. You won't find many friends in life that'll stick up for you like that. We see him again. What do you fear? All for One himself. Yes, as Aoyama speaks. Also scared that I can never sparkle and shine as they do.
Damn.
The more they express their faith in me, the more I lose faith in myself. Even if I can take the hand they offer, if I find myself face to face with All for One, who's to say I wouldn't make the same terrible choice all over again? That is what I fear.
Damn.
That's rough.
Oh, should I read off of this one?
Yep, your turn.
Okay. But yeah, that's really wild. The fact is that like he can see himself like joining forces again with Class 1A, but who to say at the face of like All for One, if he just told him to turn their back on him right then there, he's not even sure if he'd be able to like stick by them even then.
Yeah, like he'd be able to resist.
I want to leave it all behind. To find some dark corner of the world untouched by light where I can just wait for death to take me. Nothing more. As Aizawa just kind of just looks. And he starts, "You may be given leniency, but your sins will be with you forever. Aoyama, once this war is over, you may no longer have a home at UA. Those friends of yours like to sugarcoat things, but I'll tell it to you straight.
Oh boy, here comes the blunt.
I'll have to rip out that fear that's taking root in him by force." He's thinking to himself. "You will fight. It's the only thing you can do."
That menacing look.
Okay, and continue on. "I know all is lost unless we win this. I know that," Eliama says. "But to achieve victory, I must now be a pawn for our side, just like them, as their equal. I understand that." And what was it? Aizawa like kind of cuts him in the middle, I think, or just overlays him. Maybe
I understand all of that. Was it overlays over it?
Yeah, maybe we are no different than All for One. It's definitely the case when it comes to how we're gonna intend to use you. That said, I won't allow you to slink off, haunted by those sins, and die a pathetic, quiet death." As he just looks up. Not as long as I'm a hero course teacher and you're my student.
He's such a good guy.
In his thoughts, I have no intentions of expelling you, because none of the lessons I have teach my students are about living a life burdened by guilt. As ashamed and despicable as you feel, you will walk alongside the friends who still reach out to you. Damn, if we get like a shot of, oh my god.
It's
because Aizawa already knows that like he's kind of already lost a friend already.
Shirakumo.
But he still has no intention of giving him up either. We will protect you. I guarantee it. Stick with them, and you'll be okay.
I'm really hoping Eri can restore Shirakumo. I really want that to be a thing.
Man. As, you know, there's only 2 pages. I think I can do these ones. Aoyama, like, all of a sudden gets just like a little bit of resolve in his face as he just looks onward.
A little sparkle in his eyes again.
A little sparkle. But what can a single miscreant like me even accomplish? Aizawa smiles a little bit. Of course he's still scared. Anyone would be. You're not the only one I'm putting putting on this path. Which is why. Hey! Cuts to UA again. Hey! Hey, it's time, let's go! That path. Right. This one will all walk together.
He got shinobi arms.
That's cool shit.
You see, he's got like the ninja like mesh.
Yeah, he does. That's dope.
With his persona chords.
Yes. But that's chapter 340, the story of how we all became heroes, part 3. Oh yeah, forgot to mention that's Shinzo, like hanging from a tree.
Yep, and like that's what I think that's what it's nice called. It's called like persona chord.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was called specifically, but
it helps to modify his voice so he can help him work with his quirk a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah, it's still like right there. So, man, like it's so crazy because like we just had like our quirk concepts like recording last week, and like we just kind of looked at the quirks as the bare minimum of what they do, but we never really like think about like the application or how someone will utilize those quirks like to this extent, because like Shinzo's kind of different because he has his only quirk is the voice. But not only does he have a voice modifier that allows him to alter his voice, but he also works with Aizawa and has the particular like bands here to help him like just restrain foes, get him out of like, you know, situations. He's got ninja gear on him, pretty much. So he is a whole like different type of hero.
Yeah, he's let's think. Aizawa has been training him, so I imagine he's probably done some. I imagine Aizawa's probably taught him something, like, you know, how to use his quirk in a better way, in terms of a way that it's actually going to be more efficient, probably in combat.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
Which, of course, with his quirk, stealth is probably the best option.
that's fair. He's also, now that we think about it, like he could be a really good like person to bring up when it comes to like, and well, actually any type of villain they come across, as long as he's like in the shadows and he can kind of manipulate the situation where they will respond to him specifically. It only takes that, and whatever villain they got, they can't do anything.
Exactly. What are they gonna do?
But I do like this plan that they outlined earlier on. They did talk specifically about. I love. Am I going all out on this board?
I just want to cut out like because I think I could actually manage to fucking when I get a new computer and some Photoshop, I could actually fucking cut around all of him to where he's just slapping. I can even get the smack because the smack looks like you can actually cut it out somewhat. And then I just meme the shit out of that.
I love how they also draw like the impact wave on it too.
That's what I'm saying. You can even get the impact wave.
Oh my god. But I know that they specifically drew like All For One, Shigaraki, and Dabi, but it would be super cool if they, well, I mean, I guess that's not what I meant to say. But I guess they also mean to separate every single like villain and not like have them all fight together, because that's just a big problem. Now, of course, that means that League of Villains, I mean, granted, Toga's like on her own, so she's kind of like already like isolated. But everyone else is kind of sticking like in one front, like Spinner, Mr. Compress, others. But yeah, essentially, they're, in order to like get a clean sweep victory, they have to separate everybody. But of course, those three specifically on the board are the most troublesome to deal with. But considering like how they kind of led up to the Todoroki family like working together to deal with Dabi specifically, it probably will link towards that.
Hold on, gotta call real quick. Be right back.
Okay, I'll continue then. I did like just following back up with like Aoyama, but I know that like for Aoyama, like the outcome for him is not like great. Like he's done some bad, and you know, I like Aizawa is the first to tell him like, hey, you know, your friends sugarcoat a lot of things, give you a lot of hope, but I'm gonna tell you to you straight, there's a good chance that you won't even be in UA after all this is over. But for now, we got to use you to help like deal with the circumstances that we're in right now. So, I mean, I'm thinking optimistically about like what happens to Aoyama later on, but yeah, that's just something to keep in mind of. I'm gonna go ahead and cut back to where we were previously. We were on chapter 339. Remember that and I guess like 340 was essentially just like the whole other side of things. So I'm glad I was able to read like both of these two chapters all together, because it was really leading up to class 1A doing a, I guess, a search squad type of thing. Pretty much everyone's fitted for everything. However, I think Deku still needs like his full costume. He just has now gauntlets with sleeves. Of course, they're compressed things. So I'm curious to see like how they're going to elaborate on like what makes it different from like the previous fit, because it really was just his normal gloves, but with the compressions that were like overseas. Now he doesn't have those anymore, mainly because of the fact that they've been ripped to shreds from just damage and just like his own personal use of it. But it really does look like right now Midoriya has to just go in there with his gym fit. Meanwhile, Ida was able to get in like a full armor like fitting for him. So it'll be interesting. I also want to point out the fact that Bako is very tamed in this chapter for the one line that he has. But he's all like, it's interesting. Like Bako's character's changed like a lot throughout. Normally he'd just be like excessively like self-centered, but he's kind of like join everyone's like singular like mentality of like the situation at hand. He does have his own comments though, and you can definitely just based off like how they decide to write like his lines, it's still very much to his character. But yeah, it looks like all of Class 1A is going to go in on this operation from what I can see. And then just jump back to like 340. Unamas. First of all, Ragdoll has like gigantic hands. It's not just the mittens. But her just kind of being like part of this operation of like a close net group of people that Hawks has just kind of assembled like hastily together about how we're gonna plan this out. So I think Class 1A, well, not just Class 1A, but just a bunch of other people like from different like schools even will probably be part of that operation as well. What Class 1A is going to be doing though is still kind of up to question. But if they're doing a search squad, I'd only assume that it's directly related to like this operation. I just couldn't like tell you what it would be. Whether it's related to this or it could be just simply to rescue other folks that might be in danger. That's always an option, something that you can always like throw up there, but I just don't really know at this point what's going on. Although I think what they're leading with Shinzo, something's gonna happen, and whether or not we have another like a part 4, I'm not sure. But let me just go ahead and just double check the release calendar for when chapter 341 will be released. It should be over here. Okay, it looks like we have another one showing up like next Sunday, so we will be able to do coverage on that as well. Whatchamacallit? So I'll be on the 23rd. So perfect. I don't know what happened to Mark. Mark, are you still there? Because I first of all, I gotta use the bathroom. Andrew, Justin, just make sure to do it like a quick cut because I just have to use the bathroom real quick. All right. I guess for now we will go ahead and call it here. Sorry, I'm just kind of like being indecisive right now because like I don't know if he's gonna jump back in the next second or so. To give his thoughts about 340 at least, but I guess for now, if I catch him, we might do like maybe another like additional recording, who knows, but we'll see. All right, in that case, yeah, we'll go ahead and call it here. So thank you guys so much for watching, tuning in for another like My Hero Academia Manga chapter stream. We were covering a 2 for this time, my bad. But we will cover 341 when it comes out next time, so we will see you guys next Sunday.